How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. Today I've got something pretty cool to show you, and we'll probably revisit this in the future as well. This is a package from a company called Floppy, and they are a European company, but they do have offices in San Francisco, I believe. But Floppy is a really interesting product. It's a monthly subscription service for one of my favorite things: booze. So what you do is you just like a cigar of the month or a wine of the month or beer of the month, you get every month, if you subscribe to Floppy, you get this sample pack of 5 different liquors. And they do have, they've got a telephone app, so you can kind of do research on stuff, and you can kind of tailor the types of spirits that you're getting and rate what you have, and people will actually pick new spirits for you. They don't really have a list that you say, oh, I want this, this, and this, but you kind of tell them what you like, and they customize things for you. So, they just sent me a sample pack of all whiskeys, and I'm really excited about these. This is Santis Swiss Peated Whiskey. This is cask strength. Nika Yoichi, 10-year-old Japanese whiskey. We've got Writer's Tears, which is an Irish whiskey. I started my whiskey journey with Irish whiskey, and I still drink it from time to time. I like Irish whiskey. Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban. This I've never had. It's a non-age statement Scotch whiskey. This is another one I'm really curious about. Amrut, which is an Indian single malt whiskey. So, very cool. You know, a lot of whiskeys that I might not buy otherwise. But I'm definitely more than eager to try. And along, there's 2 pamphlets that came with this. One is Welcome to Floppy, and it basically tells you all about how they selected the pack. They encourage you to share it with your friends. Then it's got information on each of the spirits. So that's the Irish whiskey one. Then on the back, it's all the different spirits. So very cool. So this gives you background on all those. Plus, you can go on their website and get even more information. If you can't find what you're looking for, they have a panel of experts, whiskey experts, spirit experts, who will answer your technical questions. And then you've also got flavor tasting instructions, which is really important for people who maybe don't normally drink, distilled spirits, because it's way different from drinking beer or wine. And so it kind of gives you the full rundown of how you want to properly taste, these spirits. And again, I'm not one to follow orthodox all the time, but this is a great starting place to learn, because if you follow these directions, I think in general, if you're a novice, you're going to have a better experience. And it teaches you about how to appreciate the appearance, the nose and the smell, the taste, the finish, and it tells you, I like this. We don't spit, we swallow. We encourage you to do the same. Can't encourage that enough. But very cool. So I'm really excited about this stuff. I think, let's see, the first month, if you subscribe to this, the first month is $25, and it's $40 a month after that. But, I don't know how big these vials are. Does it have it? $40 mLs? Is that what it says? 45. So 45 milliliters. So that's really a decent serving. That's a very decent serving of whiskey or any spirit. They got gins and rums and all kinds of other spirits. But yeah, $25 for the first month, 40 a month after that. That includes shipping. I just think this is a wonderful idea. I remember talking with a coworker, because I really like whiskey. I like whiskey probably as much as I like cigars. and I've really been drinking whiskey and other distilled spirits longer than I've been smoking cigars. And this coworker was asking me, how to get into it, and he kind of wanted to try some things. And the problem with whiskey is, especially with good whiskey, you have to buy it by the bottle. They don't really make top shelf whiskey in single serving bottles, and if they do, it's astronomically expensive. Even something like Johnny Walker Black is going to run you somewhere north of $10, a lot of places, for an airplane bottle. So, this is a really cool idea. I think the price is reasonable. I'm really excited to try these, and I just wanted to share it with you. I was now this was sent to me by Flaviar. I didn't buy this, but I can't tell you how excited I was to get it and to try it. And I really think it's just a very cool product and a cool idea, and I wanted to get that out there and share that, because I think a lot of people could enjoy this, and this is definitely something that I could stand behind or even see myself subscribing to, because when am I going to get a bottle of Amroot? Even if I see it and it sounds interesting and I want to try it, I don't always want to spend $50 to $100 on a spirit that I've never tried before. So, it's kind of like, if you want to put it in cigar talk, when you're buying whiskey, it's kind of like if your only option was buying boxes, because that's essentially what it is when you're buying spirits. With cigars, you can buy a single and see if you like it, and then maybe buy a 5-pack or buy a box. But with fine spirits, you don't have that choice. You're buying a bottle. And that's equivalent to me of a box purchase of cigars. So it's a big commitment. So it's really nice to be able to get some good samples of some good whiskey, and very, very cool. Again, for the novice, instructions, and I can't wait to dive into this stuff. So anyway, and it comes in a cool box. How about that? But thanks for swinging by tonight. Hopefully, if you're into something like this, let me know, or if you do want to subscribe, maybe drop them a line and say you saw it on Poolside Cigar Reviews. I don't get paid for this. I'm not getting any money on this, but just to let them know that their marketing dollars are doing something. Just drop them a line and say, hey, saw this on Poolside Cigar Reviews, and thought I'd like to give it a try. I think their big selling point is also, if you want to suspend your subscription, you don't have to do like a year commitment. And I think at any time, if you want to just kind of put your account on hold and say, well, I didn't drink all 5 last month, I don't need any next month, you can always just put your account on hold and they'll stop sending you spirits. But I haven't actually subscribed to this. My only experience with their customer service is just the emailing back and forth as far as me actually getting these spirits and what I was getting and everything like that. But very cool. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna open one right now as soon as I turn this camera off. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Hopefully I'll come at you with a cigar next time. But until then, keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, or 5, and a cigar in your mouth. Take care, everybody.